by the Home Ambassador, Sarah Gravel of Meryton Place Residential Care Home in Keynsham. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, Steve. Thank you
You're an
for
old
having
hand
me
at
in.
this now, aren't you?
Well, third time lucky, shall we say.
Don't think you need any luck. I think you'll be right. How's summer been at Meryton Place?
We've had a fantastic summer. It's been very, very busy. We've had many new residents join us, which is fantastic to see on the back of great reviews and a little bit of a buzz around the home at the moment.
This is a difficult question to ask, perhaps, but does the fact that somebody come in and brings an amount of happiness with it mean that somebody's left for whatever reason and there's a degree of sadness around it, or was it just the space?
There are spaces, but we have residents who join us for shorter periods on respite.
Okay.
So generally there's a few rooms for a natural turnover and sort of vacancy of rooms. But unfortunately, the nature of
that's
what
life,
we do,
isn't it?
It is life, and it's a very sad time and a respectful time for us to uphold families.
Elder residents deal with that?
Other residents they're very adaptable, actually, and I think, as you mentioned, it's part of life and they take it very much in their stride, and the support is there if they need it. But because friendships, strong bonds form within the home, and then that's saddened, but that's where we need to step in and support that resident.
And it is the nature of what you do, isn't it?
It
Same
is
as
the
any
nature.
care home, it's what they do, isn't it?
Yes,
So,
absolutely. And, if a resident's been with us for a long while, you build strong connections with the family also. So, it's sad to see them go, as well.
We've been down there and done a number of broadcasts from there. I love coming down there. The residents, you and I were just talking, the residents are very engaging. Quite often their families are around as well when we come down because there's an event on. I mean, we went to a wedding fair, which you wouldn't associate with a care home, but it was brilliant. And all the families came along, and one of your staff, I think, had recently got married. I think she's now moved on to live somewhere else in the UK. But you've had a busy summer.
We've had a really busy summer, and I think what we do very well is engage with families and their friends, and every event they're all very welcome. We had a summer beach party recently, which was a huge success, and we wanted to make it a huge success because we were raising funds for our chosen local charity, and
which is
that's the K&S DAA, which, if I break that down, that's Keynsham and Salford Dementia Action Alliance, which is very close to our hearts.
Of course. And was that successful?
It was really successful. The garden was full. We had barbecue, we had raffle, we had lots of local businesses we reached out to who kindly donated wonderful prizes. So, we raised, combined with that event and one in Easter, we surprised them with a cheque only last week. So we raised £730 for them, which is a charity that's been going on for 7 years now, and they hold Music for Mind sessions. So it's a cost to them to arrange these events for local community.
So, in a sense, you're supporting one another, aren't you? Because they come into you and do some really good work, and in return, you do some fundraising.
Yes, absolutely. And it's really important to support our local community, but I've attended their group, and it's a heartwarming, very uplifting session for a couple of hours where everyone's participating and singing, but they organise local events too and local trips. So to think that we've contributed to keep that charity going is so
it's heartwarming.
It's a
and
huge
your residents
pleasure.
benefit from it as well, don't they?
They do, yes.
It's a complete circle.
It's a win-win.
Really. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Have you got anything else lined up? I mean, summer's almost over. I mean, I think technically it's Sunday when summer ends and autumn begins, but you have events going on all year round, I know.
We have events, all year round. The next one coming up is September, which is going to be on us very soon, isn't it? Which is an opportunity for residents to shout out about their past, their careers, and their families, things in their life they've achieved. So we've a Who Am I, which is going to be a lovely exhibition of residents and their lives, and so we're looking forward to that.
And you don't just have people sharing stories, you have pictures and all that sort of stuff. I mean, I've been down there when I think the wedding fair had pictures of some of your residents' wedding days.
Yes.
And some of them went back a very long time indeed. They've been married 60, 70 years in some cases. And for those that perhaps are suffering with early onset dementia or something of that nature, those events are really, really important to them, aren't they?
Yes, it's really important to the resident, but it's also as important to their families for us to reflect and for their parent to have that opportunity to reminisce and share those memories. So it's very exciting. It gives us opportunity, I think, to talk to the residents because they love talking about themselves, and it's things you don't want to forget. So, yeah, it's going to be very exciting. Fair bit of work to prepare, but hopefully you may be able to join us for one of the couple of days, which would be great.
Tell us about your role as a home ambassador. I mean, apart from coming and talking to people like us and doing stuff with the various media outlets, what else do you have to do?
My job's really quite varied, which is what I love about it. So it's from the initial inquiry, handling any inquiry with sensitivity at times, inviting everybody to come and visit Meryton. So, a tour would take probably about an hour, but there's lots of questions, and I still get questions I'm learning still every day, because no two situations are always the same.
No, and you've been there, when did you arrive? March?
I'm just past my 3 months, so it's been
you're
really
an old
busy.
hand now.
It feels that way. It feels like I've been there a long while, but the team were really welcoming, so it's really great.
And I suppose the sensitivity is insofar as family members may come and want to visit the home and talk to you, and their parent may not know that they're doing that. They're sort of setting things up for the future. Because I'm sure that your residents are, in many cases, reluctant to move out of where they may have lived for decades in some cases.
Absolutely. No,
and they
two
have to be persuaded, don't they?
There is some gentle persuasion. So, it's a tippy toe. It's a toe in the water. We would encourage anyone, come in for a coffee. We've got the bistro. If you're curious to come through our doors, then we go at the speed in which somebody wants to go to, because it is a big decision to make, particularly if it's a family home they're leaving. They're reluctant to leave, and they need to know where they're moving to is right for them. So to soak up the atmosphere, really, of the service that we offer, and our homemaker team, it's a very person-centred care package. That's what we need to do, and no two individuals are ever the same. No two residents are ever the same.
And can you tell us a little bit about what you do offer?
We've got residential care, dementia care and nursing care. So for everyone joining us, it would be to meet with the manager and our clinical lead, and following an assessment, we can then gauge as to what level of care and support that particular person will need. And then it's discussions as to, does that suit the family? We have lots of activities. We have wellbeing coordinators who put together a very busy week, a very busy month with local trips. But I think it's the person-centred care which makes us stand out. We're slightly different in that our homemakers are our carers, but they're also the caterers, they're also the buddy, they'll also get the cup of tea, they'll also get the snack in between meals, they'll sit and read. So they're a whole bundle of, what that person needs. So there's never a switchover of staff. They work a longer day, which is of benefit to our residents for consistency. But it's trying to make it a very comfortable environment and the biggest, I think, the challenge we regularly overcome is, on my welcome to residents, is it okay to ask? Because residents, having lived independently, they find that very uncomfortable in asking somebody, can you do this? Can I have that? Can you help with this? And that's the biggest learning curve in joining, but that's what we're there for, is to fulfil what they need at that particular time.
And for those that want it, you have a pretty full-on sort of social goings-on, social calendar. I mean, you've already talked about some of the things you've got coming up and what you've done over the summer, but it just continues day in and day out.
Every day. Yeah. And, family and friends, we welcome that, come and join your loved one at any activity. Our doors are open for it to be shared. So relationships, you see a change. Perhaps one of, a daughter or son has been the main carer, and it's, allow yourself to step back and become the son and the daughter again, and allow us to care for your loved one. And you can enjoy it, and you can enjoy the social events and come and dine with your relative. It's that. It changes the whole sort of dynamics, I think, of many family relationships too, which is a positive.
When we have been there, we've been quite close to the dining area, and the food The food smells pretty good, I must say.
The food, I know. Our chefs do an amazing job. Everything's freshly prepared. And there's quite an array. Residents are usually quite surprised. Oh my gosh, this is going to be more than I've eaten in a day.
Do they put on weight while they're with you?
Yeah, and, a lot of residents do actually come to us with that view. That's what they choose to do because they haven't perhaps been wanting to prepare food or not eating, their diet hasn't been nutritional, and that's something our chefs really work hard to offer.
Any more fundraising coming up?
We're continuing to fundraise. We will continue to support the K&S DAA. With them being a local charity, it's always good to keep it on your doorstep, I think. But yeah, Christmas there'll be more fundraising. So I don't know what events Cheryl's got lined up, but I know there's some.
Do you think Santa will be passing by before
Santa
Christmas?
Santa will
He
always
did last year,
coming by. We're trying. Yeah, we've got the local primary school coming for a nativity. We're hopeful that we might find a reindeer. So if anyone knows of any reindeers who can welcome and visit our home for Christmas, would be wonderful.
Well, there we are. Sarah Gravel, a Home Ambassador for Meryton Place Residential Care Home. Thank you for joining us this morning. I know you need to get away, so
thank you so much for having me.
We'll talk to you again soon.
Yes, great. Thank you for your time.